Welcome back to making my Periwinkle cosplay. If you missed part 1, this is where we ended off. We just put the feathers underneath the skirt, and now we're going to work on the front of the dress as well as the neckline. So we are covering up that sweetheart neckline with a triangle so that there's a point at the top as well as the bottom. I used the same fabric from the skirt. I had plenty of that left over. And I also used that same method for finishing the edges that I did with the skirt. If you'd like to see that, go check out part 1. And now we're planning out where those spines for the leaf are going to rest. I'm using a piece of white sparkly tulle, figuring out how much of it I need to gather together to make it opaque enough that it's visible. So I found a couple of layers usually worked, and then pinning them all in place. Here's a rough idea of what that was looking like. And then I was making it a kind of piping, sewing over top of that tulle, which also helped to gather it together into a more cylindrical shape. This took literally forever to do. It was multiple days of just working on this piping, because sewing it into and underneath those gems that already existed on the bodice was a nightmare. This kind of thing just isn't possible by machine, so like all the rest of the sewing on this outfit so far, I did it by hand. And this is what all of that work looked like at the end. I finally got to put the wings in and see what everything looked like all together. I also did a fit test just to make sure that everything was looking all Gucci when I actually wore it. I'm super excited. Stay tuned for the next part where we're going to do the pants and the shoes.